Hi, this is a bit of a confession. Now, I get lots of emails pretty much every day asking me questions about golf game, what they can do to improve, how I have a seemingly smooth golf swing that can generate so much power, and I wish I could swing like you, all this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying to you that, with a bit of transparency, I get in my own way all the time. Golf is not an easy game. The playing field is literally changing all the time. Not only in the environment, like the course, the weather, how you feel that day, but the different variables that perfection is unattainable. It's really hard to admit that because I've always pursued excellence in a way. I don't do everything excellent by any stretch of the imagination, but I've always tried to be the best version of myself. Every sport I've done, be it from tennis to table tennis to snooker to eventually golf, whatever it might be, I've always tried to do it to my very best, and I've always been able to get to an elite level at each endeavour. Now, I'm not saying that to brag, but golf is the hardest journey of all. I mean, yes, there's more challenges in life, obviously, but as far as your own personal golf development, understanding that even the pros really struggle. Most of the time when you see the guys on TV, you're watching the leaders, you're watching the people who are playing really well that week. For the most part, even the tour pros only play their good golf maybe about 10% of the time. The better ones do it maybe 20%. And that's really the difference. You are probably not that far off, it's just your scale on the spectrum is a lot lower. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is, golf progress is not linear, and I have to constantly remind myself of that fact as well. We are just simply unable to always improve. And with what I do as the filter that I try and be for all of you here at the Art of Simple Golf, it's very easy for me to get, because I'm filtering out information, I'm seeking out information to be able to filter it down, to be able to tell you guys what works and what doesn't, what I see in players, what I see in my own game, and what I see basically what's working for thousands of golfers that we have here at the Art of Simple Golf, tens of thousands. So you're my research basically, and I make the mistake too often of trying this, trying that, losing my path and focus. I am actually too often on the contrary of simple golf. I hound that message home, and it came about because I realized how important it was. Because really the main objective in golf is focusing on your target and allowing your swing to get there. It's not about complicated swing positions, because we cannot repeat them time and time again. Every 4 seconds your brain rewires. We can't execute the exact same thing. It's like I was actually speaking to someone the other day, and about maybe 6-7 weeks ago now, I had a round of golf at the Forest of Arden in the UK, and it was one of the best rounds I've had for a long time. I scored pretty well. I think I shot 4 under. Not that that was exceptional, but my ball striking was the best I remember it in recent history. And I was nutting it, absolutely nutting it. The drives were going, some of them were like 350, 360. Plenty of them were over 320. The irons were ripped. Everything was just struck well. The swing felt great. And I had a certain swing feeling that day, which was, to try and rotate a little bit more and then pull hard left to really execute through. And I had the nice feeling, and then I was really dialed into my objective with the shots I wanted to hit, whether they were high, whether they were low, draw, fades, whatever. I was dialed in, and the strike was just orgasmic. It was so much fun. But it was about 2 weeks ago I realized that I've been trying to chase that same feeling ever since. But that feeling was gone. That day has completely gone. My body has changed. My sensations have changed. So to try and get that same feeling, what I was doing was I was catching a lot of shots out the toe, and I was swinging harder and harder, like left, to try and get that same feeling. And the light bulb went off when I was speaking to someone and go, you freaking idiot! The body and the brain does not work like that. So the reason why I'm telling you is I fall into the traps as well, just as you do. And we have to work together to combat them, because golf is a wonderful game, it's enjoyable, but the enjoyment comes from progress. It also comes from learning from mistakes and consistently, seeing gradual, steady improvement. It's always going to go a bit like this, but we are going to improve. But we have to understand the principles of golf. So, just to recap, I screw up just as much as you guys. It's just maybe I'm a bit quicker to realize it than you are, because that's what I do as a teacher and filter for tens of thousands of golfers around the world to make golf more simple. So I have to check myself as well, and I want you to do the same, because it's a wonderful game. It's hard enough as it is. Let's not make it any harder. Let's focus on natural movements, focus on the target and releasing to that target and telling your brain exactly what you want to try and do, and understand once that one swing has gone, it's never to be truly repeated again. The body does not work that way. We can only respond to specific tasks. That's what we do in everything else in life, and the golf swing is absolutely no different. So please remember that and enjoy every single shot you hit for what it is. It's one shot. Whether good or bad, we can learn from it. Let's learn together, let's keep improving, and let's keep having fun. Thanks.